Executive Express, also your professional chauffeur today. This is how we take people, and some of you that are top hatters out there can say, hey, I could be a chauffeur someday. This is my original black top hat coat from about 1992, and I thought I'd wear it today to represent all top hatters. I also want to explain why I'm hosting. I really believe in the power of local chambers. At Executive Express, we are members of the St. Cloud Chamber, which is, of course, Waite Park, Sauk Rapids. We're also the members of the Alexandria Chamber, the Brainerd Chamber, the Wilmer Chamber, and the Ames, Iowa Chamber. That's a lot of chambers. Guess what? That's a lot of Zoom meetings, too, with multiple chambers. But we love to participate. We're not just members. Again, we love to participate. So when we had the opportunity to keep this going and host this event, I was thrilled to be able to say yes, that we're going to do that. So really, Executive Express is here today. I really, truly believe this because of chambers. It's just an incredible thing, the amount of relationships and education that we have had throughout the many, many years that I have been involved in chambers. I stand here today as a proud graduate of the 1992, the very first St. Clair Leadership Program. This is the time of year we're asking people to apply to that program. If any of you are graduates of the program, start waving your hand right now. Okay, excellent, thank you. And for those of you that are graduates, you know what it was like. So please, this is the time right now. If you haven't done it yet, we are appealing to you. Reach out to your network and send them the information about the program. We really want them to apply by the end of this month. All right, so Executive Express, briefly, this is a significant year in the year 2020. We are celebrating two milestones. One is the 40-year anniversary of Executive Express, and the other is it's the 15-year anniversary of my ownership of the company. And in those last 15 years, I'm really proud of the fact that we have been able to extend and continue on with the great entrepreneurial spirit of the owners that are before me. Executive Express started 40 years ago. Tom Schlew of Park Industries had this brilliant idea. And the difference between some and others that are entrepreneurs is they take those ideas and they make them happen. Tom Schlew made Executive Express happen. He got it going, and then he moved on to other things, and here it is to this day, 40 years later, still going. So thanks to Tom Schlew for starting it. Owning a small business is hard at any time. It's clearly difficult right now for all of us that are small business owners, but one of the things that we do as entrepreneurs is we just have to learn to listen to the marketplace, adapt in any way we can. Think about those great stories that we're hearing right now of manufacturing companies that started making face masks, of distilleries that started making hand sanitizer. You do what you can to just keep things going. And that's the same at Executive Express. Over the last 6 months, we've had a lot of transition. In October, I did sell one of the 5 divisions of Executive Express. But holy cow, what a challenge that is to convince people that we actually are still around. Some people felt that we sold the whole company. So we've done some work on a video that we're going to show you in a minute that will explain all the different things that we do. But during times of transition, one of the things that does not get said enough is I thank the staff that has gone through this transition, and they're here today. Jim Stask is our general manager, been with me for about 8 years, gone through tremendous growth and change. Cindy Thayer is our office manager. Her job has changed about 5 or 6 times in the last 4 years. Roseanne came on to us with us about a little less than a year ago in the growth and huge stage of a big facility we're doing. And then suddenly we're like, oh, Roseanne, by the way, we're making a little change, but come with us. And it's just been great for what she's been doing with private cars. So, but really another thing I ask of all of you right now is I want all of you to be an honorary staff person of Executive Express today. Because we need each other, and I need all of you as marketing and sales people. After you see this information, just keep reminding people Executive Express is still around. There are things that we do, and hopefully we can help people in the future. So at this point, we're going to watch a little video, and then I'll be back in just a minute after that. Hi, my name is Larry Logeman and I'm the owner of Executive Express. In 2020, we experienced two significant milestones: the 40-year anniversary of Executive Express and the 15-year anniversary of my ownership. Today we're here to tell you about what is transportation relaxation and all the different services that we provide. Our newest service includes personalized black car services. This luxurious service is for executives as well as any in the public that desires convenience, privacy, and productivity. Black Car Service is a world-class experience for our passengers. Whether it is taking you to the airport or a meeting, a professional chauffeur escorts you to a pristine black Cadillac sedan or Escalade. Once inside, snuggle up in a rear heated or cooled seat with plenty of legroom and enjoy transportation relaxation. You will love the comfort and accommodations provided to you on your trip. When you choose Black Car Services, you are in control of the trip. Our chauffeurs are highly trained professionals that will take you door to door to any destination you choose on your schedule. For a larger group, we have the Black Luxury Mini Coach as well. Black Car Service, door to door, anytime, anywhere. Executive Express is going to take good care of you, and we guarantee that you will love your ride. Wedding charters fit in the general category of private charters as well. It is very common for brides and grooms to request shuttling service to and from their venue, whether it is our Black Car Service or the Black Luxury Minibus for their entire wedding party to travel around for pictures and fun. As you can imagine, it is very common for private charter services to book events in the Twin Cities. These events may include sporting events like Twins, Vikings, Timberwolves, and the Minnesota Wild Games. Concerts at U.S. Bank Stadiums or Target Center. Plays being held at the Orpheum or Chanhassen Dinner Theater. You name the location and Executive Express will get you there. If you are trying to get a group of people from one location to another at the same time, we can do it for you. I want to emphasize the fact that Executive Express has a lot of unique services. The most innovative service we provide is employee transportation. If you are an employer of a large manufacturing company or a large business, Executive Express invites you to keep the lines moving. Don't shut down your operation just because you don't have enough employees. Call us. We can bring employees from one town to a different town, and then the employees won't have to worry about driving when they're tired. We provide the transportation relaxation for you. When it comes to parcel or package delivery service, ensure your delivery makes it to where it needs to go on the very same day with Executive Express same-day delivery service. At Executive Express, we are your full-service transportation company. We are ready to serve you. Call us today to experience
transportation relaxation. Executive Express.
Thank you all for your attention during that time. I actually saw some of you still watching your video screen, which was great. You could have just turned it off. I want to thank Town Square Media for putting that little sizzle reel together. John Schroeder with WJON and all their radio stations was a great partner in that. And then right here, Agency 511, Tim Schmitz. Tim did a lot of work for our company over the last few months leading up to COVID-19. A lot of those pictures, images, ideas, script, all came from Tim. He's outstanding. I encourage you to use them. So that's really it for Executive Express today and transportation relaxation. I'll come back later for some unique door prizes. Stay tuned.
All right, thank you very much, Larry. That was fantastic, right? All right, thank you. Next up, we will be hearing from Jason Hollenquist from AIS Planning about networking in a socially distant world. So Jason, let's welcome Jason. Yay.
All right, thanks everyone. I normally get to do this presentation in front of the Chamber Leadership Program, and they give me 30 to 45 minutes to do this. And so when I had to figure out how to do it in 5 minutes, I'm like, holy smoke. So I'm going to try and focus on what I think are applicable ideas that can be applied anytime. And I always start with a basic foundational concept of as you sow, so shall you reap. And when I first got introduced to this topic or this concept 20, 30 years ago, it was a description of a man sitting in front of a wood fireplace, a wood burning stove, and saying out loud, you know, give me some heat and I'll put in some wood, which we know is ridiculous. You have to first put in the wood in if you want to expect the heat out. That's the same thing when trying to build relationships. You know, and you all intrinsically know this because you're showing up, you're putting energy into and being involved in the chamber by just being here and taking the time to connect with others. But I think this is an applicable topic for all aspects of life, whether it's trying to build a new relationship with a prospect, deepen a relationship with a client, or renew a relationship with a spouse or your children. If you're not satisfied where a relationship is at, consider first pouring more energy into it first. And I think in that process of pouring into them and taking that first step is where you're going to experience the rewards and the reaping over time. Now, where do we start? Like, how do we get started in trying to network in this type of an environment? I like to suggest we start in our own backyard. This is a concept we've been applying in our business for many years. And I like to share a story called Acres of Diamonds. And many of you may have heard of this story, but it takes place on the African continent where a farmer had heard about all these people becoming wealthy by finding diamonds, decides he's going to sell his farm and then take off and start pursuing his fortune in pursuit of diamonds. But after years of not finding anything, he's run out of money, and in despair, he throws himself over a cliff and gives it up. Well, back at his farm where the person had bought this, he's out walking around in the property and happened to come across this, this creek that was running through the farm, and happens across this big old rock and thinks it's pretty cool. So he comes and puts it on his mantle. And a friend later comes over and says, you know what you have right there? And he's like, oh, it's just a cool looking rock. And turns out the guy's like, no, that is an uncut diamond. That's a massive diamond. And he's like, well, there's a bunch of them in my creek back here. So as it turned out, the man who sold that farm walked away from what turned out to be one of the largest, most productive diamond mines on the African continent. So what happened in there? Well, one is the guy never really took time to understand and what he was about to be in search of. Because otherwise, if he would have looked in his own backyard, he would have found exactly what he was in hopes of finding. So I think that's just when we start off with our annual business plan, we're thinking about first, what is it that we can do for our existing clients? How can we serve our existing clients better? Or who might our existing clients know that can help us get to know other people that we want to know? So it's really, from an aspect of, I believe we all in our business and where we're at in life, you've got all these other relationships that you already have through the chamber and maybe other areas of networks, is start in your backyard, start with the people that you already know and talk to them and look at how you might be able to find opportunities to grow through those that you know. And I just, in seeing all the people that are in this meeting, there's a lot of people that obviously do that extremely well. So the other side of that story is, the guy didn't really understand what he was looking for. And we have a term for that called your reticular activator. And the way I like to describe that is if you were thinking about buying a car and you've gone out and you've done your research and you've test drove your vehicles and you conclude, I think I want to get one of those Jeep Rubicons, but orange is my color. I'm getting an orange Jeep Rubicon. Yeah, that's what I want. Well, I could probably assure you that you would be driving down Division or the highway or somewhere, and then you go, whoa, there's that orange Jeep Rubicon. That's exactly what I was thinking about buying. And the only reason you saw it is because in your head, you connected what you were actually looking for. So it's the same thing in going out and trying to build relationships and networking is you got to first take the time to identify and figure out who it is that you want to meet. What's an ideal prospect? What's an ideal opportunity for you? And build that into your mind, because your subconscious is going to be constantly, we're bombarded with information and people and connections. And so if you don't have a clear set of what you're actually looking for, it's hard for you to really find it. So I'm always going to encourage you to enhance your reticular activator. I'm going to leave you with an acronym that my son got introduced to when he was in early childhood education. He's a high functioning autistic. So he has trouble building relationships. So they gave him this acronym to help him think about what he needs to be doing when he is trying to build a relationship. And the acronym is GIVER, G-I-V-E-R. The G stands for genuine. Be yourself, be genuine. Being genuine is a core value in our firm. And because I think it's critical to building trust and building relationships. Because if you're always pretending to be somebody else that you're not, people are going to recognize that, and it's going to be a challenge trying to repeat being that same different person every time you're in front of those people. So just be yourself. The I is for being interested. show interest in others. Be curious. When you meet and you get introduced to somebody, whether it's in a Zoom meeting or something else, if you can find a topic or an opportunity to chat with somebody on the side and show that you're interested in them and what's going on in their world, it's going to show that it's going to help convey that you want to have them talk, you don't want to learn about them. And I always suggest that the V is for validating, so that when you ask a question and they're giving you a response, we naturally want to start talking about ourselves. It's just an instinctive thing. We want to ask them so we can tell them what we were hoping to tell them. But you need to hesitate on that and validate what they're telling you and follow up with a follow-up question, or can you tell me more about that? Or that's fascinating. Can you explain that better to me? I mean, every question, every follow-up just shows that you are interested and you're wanting to learn more about them. The E is being enthusiastic. And that's what I love about these chamber events, because there's just so much energy and enthusiasm in these things. So you guys all get this naturally. And I think the Ginger Man does it pretty dang well, if I must say so. But, you know, if you put out great energy, if you're sowing good energy into the people you meet, that's going to bring back good things. If you're showing up at these meetings and you're in a bad mood, you're better off not showing up. So be enthusiastic, be positive when you're out and you're trying to build relationships, no matter who you're working with. And the R stands for just being respectful. Because you never know. I mean, that's the other thing I really love about being involved in the chamber, is you never know who you're going to come in contact with. And even if the person you're connecting with may not be someone in your mind that fits your ideal client or opportunity, you have no idea who they know. And so if you just have a habit of just treating people with respect, and like they could be your best customer, or their best friend could be your best customer, is just a great way to live life. And it's the golden rule. It's what we were taught when we were really young. So be a giver when you're out there. And so that's about, I think I'm probably over my time. So I thank you very much for this opportunity. If you want to hear my other ideas, you can certainly go through the Chamber Leadership Program, and I'll explain that to you. I'm a graduate of the 2004 class. And from that step, eventually that got me to now being your board chair. So if I wanted to have gone through the leadership program. So if you're looking to build a great network, leadership program is a great place to start. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Jason. That was great. Next, we're going to move into announcements and testimonials. So we would like you, if you have an announcement or testimonial, to click the raise hand button, and Brady will call on a couple of those to give their announcements or testimonials.
And I will start off, actually, while everybody's raising their hand to get ready. The Chamber Open is August 10th. As of right now, we are planning on pursuing it and going forward. There might be some restrictions as far as walkers versus riders on carts, but we are looking for sponsors for holes, as well as groups to start signing up. We also have I believe it's a 10% off discount right now on all of our sponsorships. So if you're interested, just shoot me an email or reach out to Laura at the Chamber, and she'll be happy to direct you. Through May 31st, I'm getting sign language. Through May 31st, that 10% off is coming. So first up, we have Jim Granke.
All right, thanks, Brady. Before the COVID-19 thing hit, there was some study that was done in the state of Minnesota about increased chloride levels. And while the major contributor to that is road salt runoff, old inefficient water softeners were getting some scrutiny, and there was encouragement that had been introduced for homeowners to upgrade to more efficient models. Of course, that all got pushed aside as COVID-19 came on. But at Trout Companies, we want to help be part of any solution. So we are continuing a dealer rebate program with 5% rebates if you upgrade your equipment that is 20 years or older, or an older style time clock model. So don't be part of the problem if chloride levels are increasing because of inefficient water treatment equipment. Let Trout help you be part of the solution. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you, Jim. Next up, we have Denny.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I have a shout out to Larry and Executive Express. We moved back to St. Cloud in 1980. My very first speaking gig in St. Cloud was with Executive Express. Tom Hall and Tom Schlew were we're the founders of that. I had an opportunity to work with Larry's staff. I really appreciate that. But also want to talk about this. You know, as much as I really endorse having outside speakers come into your organization and be the motivators, if you as the leader, as the supervisor, are the #1 motivator. We have an absolutely free tool to help you do this. If you go to our website, dennysmith.com, and there's a tab that says video blog. We have 1 to 3 minute motivational videos on a number of subjects. And I really encourage you, you can, in 10 minutes, show one of the little, first give your own pep talk, because you're the #1 motivator. It's not about me. And then say, all right, this week we're going to talk about how do we deal with difficult people. You show the video, 2, 3 minutes, whatever it is. And then you have your people involved in that conversation. And it's absolutely amazing at no cost, and in just 10 to 15 minutes in your meetings, you can get so much done in terms of, you know, you're developing your attitudes and your people skills. So again, absolutely free, dennysmith.com video blog. Give me a call if you have any questions on that.
Awesome. Thank you, Denny. Next up, we have Dexter from Backcat.
Yeah, I actually just wanted to give a shout out to Jackie Larson with Card Connect. At this time, being that more and more businesses are starting to integrate gift cards and whatnot onto their website, we've been working with Card Connect quite a bit, and they've been very helpful. Very simple and smooth process on getting it integrated into people's websites. So way to go. Thanks, Jackie.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dexter. That looks like it.
All right. I have one. We'll let you do yours, but I've got one more announcement. We are currently planning on having our June meeting as a virtual meeting. If you are interested in hosting, please reach out to Brady or myself or put something in the chat. The fee to host the virtual meeting is $75, and you will receive 8 to 10 minutes to speak, along with getting a list of attendees from the chamber. So again, if you're interested in that, please contact me or Brady or the chamber. Now we're going to let Larry has an announcement or testimonial, I'm not sure, and then we're also going to do door prizes.
First of all, I'll do a testimonial. Yes, this is just a simple keep up for those lovely Cadillacs. These things we depend on, but sometimes they need a battery. So thanks to Bernie at Batteries Plus and their phenomenal staff. You can walk in there anytime. They replace these things. It's really, really simple and easy to do that. And while I was there, I also had a laptop problem with my actual camera because of Zoom meetings. My daughter dropped my laptop on the floor, makes camera a little bit of a problem. But at least they attempted and tried and gave me a great idea of how to fix that. And then also, Bernie is a great customer. She took her entire team to a Minnesota Wild game and used Executive Express. Thank you, Bernie, for your support as a fellow small business owner.
Thank you, Larry. I love you.
Yes, thank you, Bernie. Yes, now we will move on to door prizes. We have 3 door prizes. So we, again, this month will be spinning our virtual wheel. And it will spin, and then I'll wait a little bit to announce who it is, because last time you guys said you couldn't hear us because it makes crazy noise. So here we go. All right, so our first winner was number 13, who is Jackie Larson.
Excellent. Jackie, you're going to win a $50 gift certificate for any one of our services. And we can be creative with that. So once I send it to you, call us and we'll figure something out.
Thank you very much.
I won! 18 is me. I get to spend an afternoon with myself.
We'll respin. All right, number 41 is John Nuremberg.
Really? Okay. So John, you know, a lot of people can just do door prizes, but we like to have a little bit of fun with these things. So every day, Executive Express, we have a delivery run from the St. Cloud VA down to the Minneapolis VA. So every day, one of these vehicles is on the road. And in this particular gift, you get to go along, John. And we will drop you off anywhere you want in the Twin Cities. Let's say you wanted to go to Trader Joe's and just do a little shopping. We're going to drop you off anywhere you want to go. And then on our way back from the VA, we're going to come back and pick you up. And if you can't go along for the trip, you just let us be your delivery person. If you want something from Trader Joe's or any unique place in the Twin Cities, we'll get it for you and bring it back.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
All right, number 7 is Tim Schmidt.
Oh, how exciting. Because Tim has a big family. So this is our grand prize. And what we're going to do is we are offering complimentary one-way black car service to or from the Minneapolis airport. And this will last forever. And I know Tim will take us up on this. So with Tim's family, he might be in our large 12-passenger luxury bus. That's a value of $369. If he's only going to go with him and his wife, it might be our Cadillac sedan. But next time you travel, Tim, not only are you going to get the gift of the transportation, but here's the big part. I will be your chauffeur. So you just have to contact me 1 week in advance to make sure I'm available for you, and I'll take you to or from the Minneapolis airport. Congratulations.
Wow. Woohoo! Transportation, relaxation, Executive Express. Woohoo!
All right. Well, that wraps up our meeting. I would like to thank Larry and Executive Express for hosting, Jason from AIS for speaking. A huge thank you to Laura and Gail here at the Chamber who have helped behind the scenes with the running of this meeting. Thank you also to our wonderful committee. We miss everybody. We hope to see everybody, and we'll see you guys around.
Thanks, everyone.